Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Mr. Crupper's Classroom of the Airwaves. Today I'm going to give you reading tips for Chapter 2 of the AP History class. As with Chapter 1, if you think that the reading tips are the only things you need to be concerned with, you will be wrong. You are responsible for the entire content of Chapter 2, regardless of whether or not I emphasize it in these reading tips or I emphasize it in lectures. With that said, the first question to ask yourself as you read Chapter 2, to what extent did Elizabeth I contribute to the beginnings of an English empire in the Americas? Question number 2, how did the defeat of the Spanish Armada change the balance of power in Europe and the Americas? Question number 3, why were the first English attempts at colonization unsuccessful? Question number 4, in what ways does English colonization differ from Spanish colonization in the treatment of the indigenous peoples of the areas the English colonize? Question number 5, what was the original purpose of the English colony at Jamestown? What caused that purpose to change? What was the impact of that change on England's status as a colonial power? Question number 6. Familiarize yourself with the sequence in which the English colonies are established. Question number 7. Be sure to be able to distinguish between charter colonies, proprietary colonies, and colonies founded by joint stock companies. Question number 8. Be able to identify and explain the importance of the following people: John Smith, Powhatan, John Rolfe, Handsome Lake, Hiawatha, Walter Raleigh, and that lovely Indian maiden, Pocahontas. Question number 9. Explain the following terms and their significance in history: nation-state, joint stock company, law of primogeniture, indentured servitude, sea dogs, House of Burgesses, and Protestant Revolution. This concludes the reading tips for Chapter 2 of AP US History.